Welcome to Oxygen Not Included. My name is Nilaus. This is the recap of stream day 3. So, both a good day and a bad day. It started really poorly. So I wanted to have like a bonus stream where I just casually fixed a few things. And the first thing that happened was my fuel ran out. These have not been producing any lumber, and the ethanol distillers were just chewing on all the lumber. So all the lumber disappeared, and we still don't have any. Boom, 0. And that meant our power plant petroleum generator stopped working. Massive disaster, breakdown immediately. Not long after that, we started getting some like these pings up here where it just said like really short, like ding, and then I couldn't pause the game in time, so I didn't know what was wrong, but something was wrong. I thought it might be like flooding or starving, because we had issues here where they were starving, but it actually turned out that there were some commands in here and they were going in here, and lo and behold, when I finally realized it, our good friend Saint Cabbage was almost dead, and we tried to catch him, we tried to save him. He got incapacitated. I sent other people in there, they got attacked, because these poker shells, they get attacked when they have kids, yeah, they were there, younglings, whatever, shrimplings. So we got him out just in the nick of time, carrying up, and then whoever was carrying him, we will not identify the culprit, just carrying up here. We had a medbed up here, just in the nick of time. I thought, come on, we can do it. He dropped him because he wanted to go pee or eat, and lo and behold, he fell all the way down there to his death. And that's a great sadness. That means we actually lost our best miner and a good friend of the colony. So that was quite miserable. It took a while for me to process the loss and get back into society and become a productive member. So thank you to everyone who endured my my 5 stages of grief. They were really 5 stages of grief, but we've got to acceptance, we've moved on, and the rest of the day was actually quite productive. So this is the base now, overlay on oxygen. This is what I would call we have successfully fixed the carbon dioxide problem. We are no longer, this is barely running at this point, because there's not very much carbon dioxide here, and so stuff just gets in here. Now it's only running passively on this part. I am this part here where we were pumping, I've now consolidated all of these things, these different locations that I'm pumping from. Not that one anymore, because this is in oxygen. So when they are going, some of them have been disabled, because this one would be pumping, just be pumping a bit of carbon dioxide, but not much. And that means all the stuff we get in here, which isn't much, is no longer going in here just to get destroyed. It's now going to these locations. You can see here, we are pumping in carbon dioxide here to keep this high pressure carbon dioxide where we have the food. It could also be chlorine, but if I do the chlorine, then they will some people would be preferring chlorine. There are almost no germs. There are no food poisoning germs here. Then, and this is a sterile environment, so the food doesn't disappear. That was a big thing. The other thing was we built this one. We were running out of food because our sole food supply was the meal ice, and the meal ice is going too hot, because that's our biggest issue. We wanted to fix that, but in the end there were other things that were more important. We have definitely some heat issues over here. It's not so bad now that it doesn't work. Well, basically, let's zoom back a bit. Power, since this shut down, the first thing we did was just stamp down some coal power, and that was just incredibly easy. What this has done for us is, and what I've also done is I've consolidated every single production facility into a single high power network to the right of transformers. So now all of this is being produced simultaneously. If we look at the wire, power produced is now producing 1.5, but now the power consumed is way less. We're not actually consuming lots of power in this base, despite everything. This needs to be cleaned up and made a bit more structured, but that's not really going to happen anytime soon. Not right now, at least. So that's fine. But it actually is helping a bit. This is not producing, but this one is not producing much. It's basically our coal power that carries the majority of it. Also, just a bit of hydrogen. Do we even get hydrogen here? No, we don't. This one could also produce some, but yeah, not really likely. Let's see. Not until we start consuming the oxygen we are producing. And we don't have a good way of consuming this oxygen because we don't actually need it. We can also, these are just chugging along, and I'd rather use algae than use... That one's not even connected anymore, is it? Oh, it is connected, but let's remove it because you've definitely outlived your time here. There we go. Clean that up. Okay, so moving on to the stuff we have done, new stuff here. This, actually we'll do this one so we don't look at one thing. This is a nice little plant production facility. It's actually two buildings. It fits in this area, and I like it, honestly. It makes really good sense. What I'm doing here again is just getting pressurizing this. Unfortunately, I'm not getting enough carbon dioxide, and now I'm actually running out of carbon dioxide. You won't believe this, right? I'm running out of carbon dioxide. Lovely. I do want to get my farms up and running again, if for no other reason, just because I want the farms. Get some wood, get some toxic, some polluted dirt. And there. Let's go back to some other overlay. But this is now producing, each of these is only running on a 7.5 cycle and producing some lovely dust caps. Dust caps go in to our food production. He is working here. Well done, PJTR. Just making fried omelette. They are. That means we now upgraded to poor food. That's awesome. And the funny thing is, it's poor food. It doesn't say how much morale you actually get from it. What I've also been doing is then, in terms of the food, where the hell is it? Oh, there it is. There. Why are you not working? Fertilizer. Oh, okay. You're just waiting a bit of fertilization. So what we have here is, in memory of our cabbage, we have planted our own seaweed, sea cabbage, and this takes forever to build. 12 cycles, but it works. We need a lot of bleach stone, so we actually need to go out and start farming some bleach stone in order to feed this. I'm just thinking. Can I? No. Why can I not build here? Okay, never mind. Alright, so it's kind of difficult for me to put in this area, put some bleach stone. Do we have bleach stone? It's under consumable, I think it is. Bleach stone, yeah, we have 63 kilos, but we actually need more of that eventually. So that's actually pretty bad, because that means bleach stone is just somewhere in my base. Ugh, bad stuff. Just lying there, exuding chlorine. Anyway, these are being built. They work the way that they are fed from here. I have to make sure that the water coming in is higher, more than 22 degrees, because 22 degrees is the lowest temperature here. They're working. We get lettuce. Lettuce is... Can I do this? No. Lettuce. Let's see. So this is, oh, terrible quality just by itself. However, magic happens in a gas range. And when I make the mushroom wraps, this is a great quality food. It takes 2,800 here plus 1,600 here, and actually gets 4,800. Okay, nice. Yeah, so you actually get a tiny quantity improvement. However, this one is running out of natural gas. That's a bit of an issue. We have one way of producing natural gas. I didn't actually think it would be producing this. It would consume so much. I didn't really consider it. So this one, I need some fertilizers, and this is perfect timing, isn't it? I think this is not enough. 200, 500, that's 900. That's not enough. But the idea here is that we have a little closed area, because I don't want natural gas leaking into my entire base. And yeah, so this is just making, unfortunately it's only making 10 natural gas per second. If I got a few more, then I could maybe up this a bit. This is not going to be running all the time, but it's currently, if we look at this, we have mushroom wraps. We actually have quite a bit of that, and I've done up here in terms of consumables. I'm taking some individual ones, like some of the ones who are having issues with Elendil, for example. You are now allowed to take this because you've dropped below. Headhunter. Why are so many of them dropping below the threshold? That's because they don't get to the Great Hall. I don't know why that works like that, but it sucks. It really should be eating the Great Hall. Then just check it, see if no one's working here. Assign to hospital, assign to hospital, assign to hospital. Okay, no one's working there. We built a little hospital, by the way, and built a sick bay, but we don't have any doctors yet, so don't get sick. We had one who shortly attracted slime lung. I think it was Ardent, but he got better by himself by just anyway. So we've expanded out. We got the food. Food is totally under control. It's just rocking upwards. Very nice. We're also getting cooked fish, and that's a nice amount of things here. We can get more dupes, but we don't have enough because the way that... Okay, I'm just gonna take that. The way that I'm saying is I take anyone who is on the top 10 cheer list at the current time, and if I have completed everyone who is on the top cheer list, then I don't add any more. That's Twitch cheering, any more dupes. So once a new person jumps on the list, I'm of course keeping the old dupes around unless I accidentally kill them, but then I can add one more. So that's it. That's how it works, and that's why I don't just add more just casually here. I think it's a great way to sort of balance. I don't want too many, but I also sort of want to give people the opportunity to control whether they get a dupe or not. Anyway, what I'm doing now is just started slowly pushing out because we've been so focused inside the base that we actually run out of space to build stuff. And when we run out of space to build stuff, you actually end up building things the annoying places, like like here. We are spending so much. I mean, we could build like some kind of magical storage where it's just on the ground and get picked up and all that stuff, but I don't know if that's probably a bit out of the question at this point. We also have our first little here. This one is not working. 1 2 3 4, so this is out of the question. Okay. It's not working, but that's beside the point. Right, so right now what we really want to do is, if we look at our map here, we definitely want to go out and explore some more, because we need to figure out what's out there and maybe start tapping some of these events. There's a steam vent here, there is a mystery vent here, there's an crude oil here, but that requires us to build some suits. Don't know when, why, how I want that. There's a saltwater vent here. I don't think that's particularly useful, but what do I know? Stuff out here. Keep going out here, just exploring. Up here as well. Oh, that one just building out to the sides, just figuring out what we got here. And okay, maybe here. Like just in different directions, figuring out what we got. This one. Do I really want to scale this up? Maybe. Funny how this is priority 5, but 6 it shouldn't be. Okay, so what we really need to do is get some of the cool. We have lots and lots of cool places here. It's interesting that we are now digging into the cold area, and that might be something where we can, I don't know, build some other things, ideas. If you have ideas in the comment section for how to do a good cooling thing, we have tons of solid cold material, and how to do that in here. I mean, one thing might be actually just taking some of this really cold material and just running it in conveyors through this area. I mean, that's one way, but I don't know. Ideas are, it's definitely cooling, and a bit more power once we explore some other things. So that's going to be it for this summary. I think that the base has been stabilized a bit, and that's good. Oxygen is no longer a problem. Food is no longer a problem. Stress? Yeah, Timber is a bit stressed, but that'll drop down again. Water is not a problem. Pollution, slime lung, not really a problem. Not a serious problem, at least. We can always do this one once in a while. It doesn't really matter, because they die in the air quite fast. Doesn't look fast, but it is quite fast. When it is pure oxygen, like this, then it dies off very quickly. Good. We are going to wrap this one up. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to check out my Twitch and my schedule on Twitch to see when the next stream is up. I am expecting to stream this 2 times a week, and it'll maybe be in the evening, maybe be in the morning. I'm sorry I can't keep a strict schedule. I think it will be in the evening. So right now I'm just gonna say, I think it's gonna be Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays are the potential days, and I'm probably streaming next time Monday evening. I'm actually getting really into this. This is a roller coaster of emotion, but we ended in a good point. That's nice, so let's leave it at that. Thank you very much for joining. Hope to see you around. Be sure to check out the VOD on the second channel if you missed it, and see you guys in the stream. Until next time, stay effective.